the state of Florida, Rick Scott, who's currently running for Senate, when he was governor, he targeted 181,000 Hispanic voters in Florida. 181,000, and said they were suspected alien voters. 181,000 Americans who were just guilty of being Hispanic, and 181,000. And guess what? They did find and convict one person, one single foreign alien voter, a Republican from Austria. I kid you not, a Republican from Austria. and that's the only illegal foreign voter.
When was that?
That was in 2012, and they're trying that game again. And if Kavanaugh gets on the court, that's all going to be permitted. So look out. See, people talk about Kavanaugh.
Oh, that's a good.
And people are forgetting.
Why is that?
Because Kavanaugh.
He's going to go after the Voting Rights Act. And
Kavanaugh is one. People are. I know people are kind of focused on Roe v. Wade.
Right.
He doesn't care about Roe v. Wade. He couldn't care less.
Yeah.
So he's willing to give that up to keep Roe v. Wade, to get the votes of Murkowski and Collins. So you get the two female Republicans by saying, I'm going to keep Roe v. Wade. The problem is he's going to take away your voting rights, and then you're going to lose Roe v. Wade anyway, because once the GOP has control of every arm and tentacle of government, you won't have Roe v. Wade as a practical matter. You can't get an abortion in Kansas. There were two doctors. One was murdered, and one they stripped her of her license to practice. So what's happening is, but Brett Kavanaugh is a guy who has an ultra right-wing view of the law, far to the right of Scalia. Scalia was scared of this guy, just so you know.
Oh, was he really?
Yes. So Brett Kavanaugh has taken the position that the original court rulings over 100 years old, which allowed government to regulate industry, he says that original decision was wrong. According to Brett Kavanaugh, there should be no EPA, that the government has no right to limit polluters. The government has no right to require safety in the workplace. The government has no right to regulate drugs and safety of drugs. The government has no right to regulate any of these things. He's so far to the right, he's like invisible even to the right-wing court we've got. So that's what's the danger with Brett Kavanaugh. And look out for your voting rights. The Voting Rights Act is going to go down. Watch, I'm making this prediction now. I'm suing into the Voting Rights, the Voter Registration Act of 1993. I think that's going to go down. Chris Kobach was slapped down by federal judges because he said you have to prove you're a citizen to vote. I mean, that might sound intelligent. Yeah, only citizens should vote. But guess what? We ain't Red China. We don't have citizenship cards in the United States of America. So how do what is a citizenship card?
Sure.
How do you prove you're an American? There's really two pieces of paper. One is a birth certificate, and apparently students don't have those things. They don't know where their family put their birth certificate.
Greg, you just always have such a wealth of information here. Thanks for sharing that about Kavanaugh.
Yeah.
Scalia was move up to the mic there.
Okay.
Scalia was afraid of him?
Yeah, because see, they had different views. Scalia did believe that government does have a right to regulate industry, but that it's limited.
Right.
I mean, believe me and Scalia would not see eye to eye.
The best of friends.
But we wouldn't see eye to eye. This, I mean, but he did believe that government has a right. That in a democracy, we have the right to set the rules. But Kavanaugh literally believes, he has this like super libertarian view, that government has no right. So, I mean, as far as he's concerned, the EPA should not exist. You can pollute as much as you want.
Wow.
I'm not even sure that he's saying that you can have speed limits. The problem is that, we'll see how far he would go on this court, but this is really, really dangerous stuff.